What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Randy here with RTS Mobile Gaming, bringing you a fantastic video today. That's right, just for you, baby. So give me that like and sub. I love you long time. Let's get ready to rock and roll. In today's video, we are playing The Lord of the Rings Rise to War, and we are talking about the Commander Spotlight for Kirun. Kirun is an evil faction tier 3 commander. He is astronomically strong at being a defensive turtle. And man, does he have a good shell, I gotta tell you what. So, special shout out to my buddy Illyrius from the Black Warband over on the Rune faction of Server 30 for providing a lot of information and pictures and screenshots of completed builds for Kirun. I just unlocked Kirun myself and don't have him leveled up or his respect at 5 yet, so many thanks to Illyrius for his insight on this commander. Here we go, let's rock and roll. First things first, Kirun is an evil man. Yes, he is. Look at his horns. He's evil. He's also a leader, which means he gets 5 bonus units in his army, 5 bonus command units in his army. If you're running Mama Kills, that's 5 more Mama Kills. Okay? Stat-wise, he has pretty decent might at 1.82 level. He's got decent focus at 1.86 per level, one of the higher focuses. And then speed is a little bit below average at 0.82 per level. So on this fellow, you're going to want to focus, might, and focus. You're going to want to focus, might, and focus, baby. That gets me every time. I never realize it until I say it, and then I sound like an idiot. So here we go. Give me the like and sub. What are you doing? Anyways, gear-wise, I'm currently rocking the Cutlass, which is going to give me bonus melee damage dealt plus attack on my melee. However, Illyrius made it very clear that if you have a weapon that triggers an attack effect, it can trigger an additional heal from one of Kirun's respect level 1 abilities. So with the build, I would say ditch the damage dealt, find something like this Uruk-hai broadsword, which gives you might. It's also going to give you a proc on damage dealt. Okay, now into the other gear here. I'm currently running the Superior Hauberk, which is going to give me might, defense, and burn damage reduction. I'm running the Brutal Helmet, which is might and speed with some HP in my melee units, and again, some more damage reduction. For the accessory, I'm running Fiddle of the Eldest, which is going to be great defense and speed. It's also to your army. It's going to give you some focus and speed to your commander, and it's going to give you this beautiful heal and debuff removal going into round 4. Pairs very well with his other heals. As far as what Illyrius is using, let's take a look at that real quick. Illyrius is using the dagger of, don't remember the name, but it's a very nice dagger. He's also using the Pure Might chainmail for the chest, and he is using a Brutal Helmet just like me. For the accessory, he's using the Focus Stat Pipe. Okay? So really, again, the main goal is to get your might and your focus up and find a weapon that triggers a second attack. All right, into the skills. Well, you know what? First, let me pull up a report real quick. Here we go. Here is Illyrius putting it to the Witch King with 375 Fell Beasts over at the mountain layer, trying to capture the Fell Beast layer. One of the comments Illyrius made to me is that Kirun is magically amazing at capturing objectives like this. He can attack this unit, maybe draw against the guy 2 or 3 times, and by the end of the 3rd or the 4th fight, Kirun's taken very little damage to his units. He's done an enormous amount of healing, but he's eventually won the battle. Kind of the opposite from the Witch King, who is just a one-punch wonder. He comes out, he punches you in the face super duper hard for the first 2 to 4 rounds, and then he drops off a cliff. Kirun is slow and steady like the tortoise, and in this case, he is definitely going to win the race. So, thank you, Illyrius, for that info. It's phenomenal. Look at that. Almost 64,000 healing against 97,000 damage taken. That's insane. We'll look at that why in a second, okay? So, on to the skill tree. Let's talk about what Illyrius is currently running. He's currently got 15 points in Lord of the Sand. This is going to give you a 2 enemies, 20% chance of being stunned each round. He's got 7 points in whatever the other ability is. Let me remember. Hang on. There we go. I don't remember the names. I'm going to remember now. He's got 7 points in Sand Soldier, which is going to give you 80% heal to 1 allied unit after dealing damage. This is where your on-hit trigger is going to be useful. Okay? He's got Frontline Rescue, which is going to give you 300% heal nuke to all of your units going into round 3. He's maxed out Easterling, which is going to give your commander a chance to give a minus 20% stat debuff to units that they hit. a 14% reduced damage taken by orcs and evil men. And he's got Iron Guard, which is a 50% chance to reduce the physical damage received by your units by 30%. Super duper strong. He's also got 2 points in Golden Visage, which is going to give just enough to put a point in a Sandstorm. That's the whole goal here. 2 points in Golden Visage is going to reduce the enemy range units. They're going to cause minimum damage, and their speed is going to be negated. At max level, that's minus 50 speed, minus 5% damage dealt, and they only strike for minimum damage. Against units that have, say, 12 to 24 damage, they're going to be hitting for 12 damage. Well, actually, they'll be hitting for 11 damage because they're going to get another 5% damage reduction. All right? Massive damage reduction there. Very, very nice. In addition to that, we have range units damage received minus 2%. This is going to help the survivability of your range units enormously. Okay? 14% reduced damage received by your ranged. And then Sandstorm is very nice. It's going to give you a 50% chance. Basically, two enemies are one of them is going to be stunned, and one of them is going to be minus damage in a round. At max level, this is 50% chance basically for a guaranteed stun. The other target's going to have 50% reduced damage dealt. So that's probably how he lived so enormously well against the Fell Beasts. One turn they're stunned, the next turn they're minus 50% damage dealt. Very strong there, okay? And then he has a few points in Marshal of the East Mark, which is going to give you a 50% chance to receive reduced damage by your melee units. At max level, that is a 60% damage reduction by your melee units. And then we have Quicksand, which is going to give you a guaranteed 10% chance of stunning 2 enemy units every single round and increase the damage they take. So, the Respect level 5 talents scare me. Having this Marshal of the East Mark maxed out, having Quicksand maxed out, Tribal Tactics, you know what? Personally, I'd probably run with Mama Kills, but I know Hilarious recommended Dragoons. Dragoons are probably even stronger because they already get a massive 30% reduced damage taken from enemy ranged units. Combine that with Golden Visage, enemy ranged units are already dealing, massively reduced damage because they're dealing their bare minimum. I could see Dragoons living for years on end. Very nice there. So let me go ahead and take a look at the Dragoon units because that is what he recommended. That is additionally something that I highly recommend. They are very strong units. Personally, I'm going to try out Mama Kills as well, so I'll be rocking some Mama Kills just because of how tanky they already are. These guys are impossible to kill. On my Kamul March, they can clear through 3 or 4 marches, catch a draw, win the draw, clear through another 2 marches. You can see my Mama Kill March clear through 5 or 6 enemies, end in a draw, and walk away with half their units alive. I can easily see that happening even better with Kirun than with Kamul. And here we have Dragoons, which already get a 10% damage received buff, and then they get an additional 30% damage received negation against enemy ranged units. So that's 40% reduced damage taken from ranged units, plus Golden Visage. So if you are fighting a lot of elves or a lot of horseback archers from Rohan or anyone like that, these Dragoons are going to absolutely slay it, okay? So, that's it. Thanks for watching. Give me the like and sub. Stay tuned for amazing videos coming up later this weekend. I love you guys long time. Randy out, baby. Choo-choo. Hong Kong, let's rock and roll.